Since the 90s, corporate systems have steadily moved toward centralization. Driven by technological advances, modern management practices, and global economic pressures, major corporate functions have been integrated into centralized systems. HR, finance, purchases, accounts payables, accounts receivables, except for one notable outlier, payroll. And that's a bit of a paradox. You would think payroll, being both process-heavy and data-driven, would be a prime candidate for centralization in large multinational organizations. But here's the reality. Payroll is deeply local. Each country has its own complex web of labor laws. Getting it wrong isn't an option. The stakes are high, and that's why local expertise remains essential. Global payroll platforms have tried to solve this, but despite the name and the contract, there's still no such thing as a truly unified global payroll system. So, how do we fix that? Let's start by breaking payroll into its core phases. Build to gross, gathering and validating the data needed to run the payroll. Payroll computation, calculating the gross to net pay. And post-payroll, handling tax filings, social contributions, and reporting. And here's the kicker. 80% of the effort in payroll is spent during the build to gross phase before the data even reaches your payroll provider. Now, let's look at the actual payroll structure, which, surprisingly, it's consistent across the globe. Compensation elements add up to a gross salary. Deductions and contributions are calculated from the gross, and gross minus deductions, it's equal to a net pay. Then come the employer contributions. From these insights, we built As1, and here's how it works. First, As1 connects seamlessly with all your existing systems, HRIS, time and attendance, expenses, sales commissions, and more. It validates and transforms data automatically, reducing the time, effort, and cost needed to prepare payroll. Then, it securely transmits the clean, validated instructions to your local payroll providers on time, every time. And after the payroll is processed, As1 retrieves the gross to net output and centralizes it. And how is As1 different? As1 proprietary global payroll compensation tree leverages the fact that payroll follows a global logic to define a unified payroll structure, the common denominator that applies globally. From there, we can easily extend it to capture regional, country, or entity level specifics. And here's where the magic really happens. Every payroll element, compensation, deduction, contributions is mapped to this structure during each phase of the process. And we can even globally compute any specific payroll item before or after the local payroll is processed. As1 becomes your single source of truth, giving you unified reporting across all regions, global calculations like accruals, deep analytics, full historical visibility, and complete independence from individual payroll vendors. With As1, you improve your local payrolls without replacing them. You own your payroll data, you simplify your processes, and you empower your global payroll.